Mom. So now what I want to work on is Sun Salutation. Sun Salutation A is one of the most common things that you'll see in a vinyasa yoga class. And so I know it can be tricky as you're first starting out, so I want to teach you some modifications. So the first thing I'm going to do is just go through it one time so I can show you, and then after that I'll break it down a little bit to show you how you can modify. Okay? So first of all, you start at the top of your mat, toes together, heels slightly apart. Roll the shoulders back, tuck the pelvis in, active arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to move to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, heart center. So that's the basic sun salutation. Now I'm going to walk through how to modify it, and we will add a couple of extra breaths here and there, but I think it'll be helpful as you start with learning the poses and how it works for your body. So first of all, like I said, usually you start with your toes together and your heels slightly apart. To start out, you can also have your feet hip width apart if you feel a little bit more grounded and steady there. So start at the top of your mat with your feet hip width apart like this. And the first step is inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. You want to think about lengthening through the crown of your head. You want to have your back as straight as possible. So with your hands, some people have them on the floor, some people have them here. You can also have them on your thighs. So whatever is most comfortable that allows you to lengthen through the crown of your head and have as much of a flat back as you can. So that's the inhale to lift halfway up. Exhale to chaturanga. So for this, what you want to do is you just bend your knees as much as you need to kind of feel sturdy on your hands or whatever you can do there, and slowly step back and lower your knees. So this will be your chaturanga. Instead of being up on your toes, it'll be a lot easier to start on your knees. And instead of lowering halfway, lower all the way to the floor. And from this position, you can flip your toes out, and instead of upward facing dog, which is all the way up, you can do cobra. So for this pose, lift just, open your shoulders and lift here. You don't want to be pushing too much into your arms. You don't want to arch your back too much, but just lift the shoulders and you can push down into the top of your feet. And then after this pose, on the exhale, you move into downward facing dog. So plant your arms, you can turn your toes back over, move towards your knees, and then lift up into downward facing dog. And then usually you take a few breaths here, and instead of jumping forward, you can bend your knees, look forward, and just kind of step forward as you know, best you can to get into the forward fold position. You can always bend your knees as much as possible, or as much as needed as well. And then again, you lift halfway on the inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale your arms all the way up, and exhale your hands to your heart center to finish the sun salutation. So let's try that one more time now that I've kind of given you some cues. So start again. You can have your feet hip widths apart, active arms. Think about rolling your shoulders back and tucking your pelvis a little bit. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to move into your chaturanga pose. Inhale all the way down, inhale. And then you can exhale down here, get yourself set up for cobra. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, move into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Think about your feet being hip width apart, your hands with your fingers spread as much as possible with your pointer fingers pointing forward. One more breath. Inhale. exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward and move to the top of your mat into the forward fold position. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, again, you can bend your knees, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center.